What's up, everybody? Welcome to our November 2021. Yes, that is the year. Let's pick a Patreon for some 3D printed miniatures. I'm Carl. That's
And I'm
Dakota
Dakota.
over there. Yes, up there somewhere. Um, let's get into this. So, just quick recap. Last month we picked Cursed God Foundry.
Yep.
Yes. I did start printing the Black Dragon from the welcome pack. It's not ready yet. I'm going to do a video on this eventually. Alright, here we go. First off, this is a new entry. They for sure were not on the list last month. Cobra mode. Not to be confused with Viper mode, but
Hmm.
um, we have. Is this their November right here? Yes. So they are a $8 a month. It looks like. What's the difference between their 8 and 10? Get some throwback minis. Free 5e stat sheets for each minis. Those are always nice. Current bases. What do we got here? Access to. Ability to vote. Ability to vote. Discount. Oh, okay. So I think they're the same. Just this one's a little cheaper. Like a,
hmm
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hey, we're new. That's actually pretty cool that they give all their 5e stats in the middle bracket. I guess
Mm-hmm.
is what it's gonna be. Because I know normally you have to go up like to like a higher bracket, like a $13 bracket, to get like 5e stats if that's something you want. That I noticed from last week or last month.
Yeah. Okay, so for November here, looks like they do lots of painting contests and whatnot. We have this. Yeah, Zoom's not working. What do we got here? So for $6, you get these. What are these?
They're called Nemesis.
Yeah, I'm not real sure. Are these like little chicken people? Little chicken people, maybe?
Yep.
Some type of chicken dragon thing. Some cool looking bases and a piece of scanner train. Uh,
Not too bad.
yeah, not a crazy impressive lineup. It does look like it's really good quality stuff though.
hmm Yeah, it's
Um,
very I wouldn't like the style. Like I shouldn't actually say. I'm not gonna say the style, but just like the way that the miniatures are. I don't know if I've ever seen those like bird people like that, which is pretty cool.
what do we have for? Do we have anything for a welcome pack here? Not seen. See all the images, physical minis instead. Oh, they do sell physical minis. Most of what I feel like we've seen from Patreon, they don't actually sell physical minis. They just sell the 3D prints.
And or they'll sell like a merchant pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you want to see when we hit 1,000 Patreons? I'm not. No welcome package jumping out here. I mean, definitely someone we'll keep our eye on.
hmm
I like this thing. This thing's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool.
I like the chicken royalty folk. I just wish it come with like some chicken knights and chicken mages and chicken.
hmm
You got to fill out the royal crown here.
Even
Chick.
the mount, the dude on the mount there is pretty cool looking. Like
Yes.
a dude riding a crane. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
the one there with the stab reminds me. I don't think it is. It reminds me of what's that one cartoon movie, the kung fu cartoon movie.
Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
The crane
I
from
feel
that.
like I feel like he's a character in that. I don't know what the heck the character is, but I feel like he'd be part of that movie.
Gotcha. So yeah, definitely something to keep our eye on here. Good job, Cobra mode. Obviously, not considering them for winning November here. Just nothing that you know. First off, it's only a few minis, and just nothing. It jumps out to me like, hey, throw this in your next campaign. Next, Rising. So we've talked about these guys a lot over the course of the month, and it is. So last month we did our pick a Patreon on like the 10th or 11th or something. Well, these come out on the
28th.
28th.
Mm-hmm.
And we both were looking at these and like, man, these were so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these guys are so awesome. We could have, anyone who follows our channel probably knows we play a lot of Song of Ice and Fire. These guys would totally be usable as like a group of, I mean, so many things. Like,
Well, Hedge Knight's
Hedge
those
Knights for
top.
sure. Um, you could put them in as like, I don't know, if you wanted to grab one of these guys and be like, hey, he's a flayed man. Like, yeah, like it
Mm-hmm.
makes
Well,
sense,
even if you scroll down further, I do know they have them. They come with lances. Like the
Uh huh.
regular one is with
Yeah.
lances, and it's like, oh,
Here's your like.
like
I'm pretty sure this one even has a lion on the shield. Like,
yeah,
here's your
you got
Knights of Casterly Rock.
yeah,
This guy definitely has a lion on. Like, that literally looks like the Lannister lion
yeah.
on his shield there.
They're definitely usable as you know a change up. Like, oh wait, you have one unit of knights. Oh
Uh,
crap, you could make a second rose
the
easily.
Clegane brigands
Oh yeah,
for
totally.
sure. Like, yeah.
And then, but when if you scroll down, when we first previewed them, they only had a little bit further. These guys, they just showed these guys,
Yeah.
and like those are all pretty cool. But when you're looking at it, trying to make that decision, you're like, oh, it's just 6 models there. Not
Right.
too sure what the rest of the month is going to hold. Even
Yeah.
though they tell you, but you just don't know what it is.
Right. And as far as D&D goes, like, you could totally have your model, and then you could totally have a mounted version of your model. Like, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be hard to find where this is your dude, and at the same time, this is your dude. Like, that would be awesome to have from a
Yeah.
D&D perspective. I would like just having that available to my miniatures. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna play the soldier that's proficient in mounted combat, and like that's gonna be my dude's thing. I guess I just wish that either A, we waited until like the last few days of the month to do this, or they had all their stuff out by like the 10th or 15th, or today's November 15th, by the way. And
Yeah.
it's like they have like
They have a
nothing.
lot of cool. They have a ton of cool stuff, but yeah, for own and all their stuff, it looks like it's modular, so you can like swap bits and pieces around to make what you want. But yeah, they don't really have anything for November, as Carl was about to say. They only have in that house terrain. If you go into the read more, in the description,
Yeah,
November plans: Bandits, Outcast, Warband, plus Chieftain, all modular, and then roadside scrub set, and then oh, sorry, just a roadside scrub set.
yeah,
So not too sure what we're getting, but we're like, well, if it's as cool as last month, who
I
knows?
know it.
Um,
Yeah, I want to let Asgard know. Be like, hey, can you guys put this out like a couple weeks earlier? Because I don't want to wait the whole month to pick one. I'm
mhm,
impatient, people. It's a
mhm.
character flaw. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, I
and
mean, this sounds awesome. Bandits, Outcast, Warband, Chieftain. Okay, this sounds like models that you could use for
multiple things.
Stormcrow Mercs, Dervishers, Cutthroats. Like once again, going ice and fire with stuff. Like here we like, I want
Hmm
these things. I want
And just
awesome
generally
things.
useful stuff. I mean, how many times are you like a D&D campaign where, I mean, not that maybe you don't do bandits that much now, but you could be like, all right, they're gonna have some bandit encounters.
There's
You have
always
them.
bandits somewhere. There's always chance.
Bandit,
I don't care what
yeah,
D&D campaign
hmm
you in. There's a chance there's bandits. You can be
yeah,
you can be in the city. You can be in the forest. You can be frozen tundra. There's gonna be some
hmm
form of bandits.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and then like this is awesome too. Especially if you do have like that city urban thing kind of going, or even if you just go to a small village, you bust a handful of these out, put them on the table, like it gets awesome real quick.
I'd like to see how big the printable sizes are for these because I know they're modular, so you can obviously like mix and match, but it's just like how big is each section when you go to print it?
Right.
That's what I
How
want to
big
know.
does it come? Obviously you can
Mhm.
scale it to whatever you want, but like what is the intended size of
Yeah,
these
because if you want to
things?
make that like a 32 millimeter scale, it's gonna be hard to print unless you got
You
a
definitely need like
filament
a
one.
filament printer with like one of them big
Mhm.
Ender. I think like the Ender 3 is quite large and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, November looking back at Asgard Rising, it was an awesome month.
Mhm.
Um awesome enough to where like I kind of wanted to like I kind of wished I would have supported that now. But
The, and I've even said I think this might be one where we go look at it and maybe even I mean I would consider just buying these STL files like
maybe just
Patreon to get I think they have like a 25% discount on their store because then we can at least get this starter pack which you're looking at now, which is pretty good. I mean, you're getting that and then getting the different sets. I'd consider it just because I think these models are cool and they're useful. I mean,
right. But for the purpose of the video here, we really have nothing.
with
We
no
have,
preview.
we have nothing for November. Red Clay Collectibles. This is one that we talked about last month. That they're newer. I last month I think we might have said was like possibly their first month. Because like their welcome pack was very different artistically than their uh well what we're seeing from the month here. Now this stuff is pretty cool. We got like orcs, basically samurai orcs. Sort of awesome to give your campaign some flavor. Like you got like sumo looking orcs with these giant spiked club things. They probably have a name. And then you have more classical samurai looking orcs. You have some so a nobleman and some
Like a
NPC type stuff.
yeah, like a daimyo, and then the one on the right there'd be a good like assassin.
Mhm. Um pretty good looking stuff here.
Mhm.
Pretty good looking stuff here. They're is this last month?
Yeah, that is last month. It was the elephants.
Oh yeah, the elephant people. Yep, yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Do we have a picture of this welcome pack anywhere? Demons of Niflheim. Okay, so here this at least was their welcome pack. I'm not 100% sure this is still their welcome pack. But yeah, it's like right here. This is the welcome pack. Not this was the whatever month release. It's like these turtle and
Mhm.
monkey conquistador Aztec looking, really cartoony, kind of flat. It just does not have the quality of their monthly releases. So hopefully, a year or so down the road, they start to filter out the monkey conquistadors and start to plug some of these things in after they get a good stockpile of
Mhm.
minis, and then make a new welcome pack out of this stuff because this stuff is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's the elephant. So that was pretty cool. I mean, we're not run. I mean, we don't have any plans for like an elephant campaign,
Yeah.
and it's cool looking.
Of course, now one of the players, when we do start playing again, I fully believe we will. One player's gonna be like, "Hey, I want an elephant bard or something," and I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you bastard!" But yeah, so um, another good looking month from Red Clay. I'm probably gonna hold out on these guys until they can give me a awesome welcome pack, or they give me a month that I can't refuse. But I like what we're seeing out of these guys. It's looking good. They're 3 months here. They're looking pretty sweet. Artisan Guild. Oh, see what we got here. Snake people. Big fan of snake people. Snake ladies with big old snake lady boobies. Are you talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
I flipped through these before and I like them. It's
Mhm.
very much the like Egyptian type of theme. When you look at the warriors on like the left-hand side, and then you have some like instead of like a cavalry, you have like giant
Like
other dudes.
snakes with tails instead of snakes with feet.
Yeah, yeah, and just cool looking stuff, and
That
even the giant skeleton snake dude.
that is a
Yeah.
really good point. I didn't think about these guys from a practical standpoint. Yeah, they would probably be like a cavalry. They're probably
Yeah.
like really fast, and
hmm
that's kind of
And
awesome.
I do know, so the lady in the center, she is kind of more stylistically, I believe, what we saw last month, where it's like a little bit cartoonish, but I think
Mhm.
all the stuff around her right now is very, I don't know, it's just a little bit different
Yeah, yeah,
kind of
it does
style
seem like
wise.
it's a different style artistically.
hmm
Which I know that was one of my complaints before was the come on, where are we at here? The
They
cartoony
had some,
style
they
of
they missed some previews because there was a volcano near their studio.
yeah.
If you're flipping through it, so
They did do a
yeah,
really
well,
cool miniature though for like
yeah,
to raise money for
uh,
the volcano.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, there's yeah.
You know what? I'd probably quit doing artist or cartoony ones too. After a volcano almost melts my city, I'd probably be in a pissy mood and I'd be like, I'm not doing cartoons anymore. We're doing angry snakes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, last month with Knowles. Can't go wrong with Knowles. Hmm. I I don't think we're gonna quite eliminate
No,
Asgard yet. I think
I don't.
they're gonna stick around for a minute here.
I like them.
I like the snake people. Where the hell did the pictures go? Are they in here? Yeah, we're gonna keep snake people for a minute. All right, Titan Forge. Uh, this is a $10 a month. Um, November releases. We have Death Knights. By the way, if anyone's watching this, this is how your Patreon page should be set up. Tell me how much. Tell me what this month is. Tell me what your welcome pack is.
Even if you go to the very top, go to the top banner. It's the month.
Yep, here's this
Boom.
month. Yep, you've already right here. You've answered half, 2/3 of my questions. What's the month? What's the cost? And then right here, you've answered all three of my questions. What's the welcome pack? I appreciate that very much. All right, this month, Death Knights. Cool orc looking dude. We got some good player characters here. Orc, like a halfling fighter, sword and board. We got a dragon board with some claw thingy, and then some form of like a mage.
I believe that's an elf mage or elf paladin. I think because I remember I think there's a preview somewhere. I was flipping through these guys, and I think there's a hammer like in his right hand. And I think he's a little bit more high armored. Um,
Gotcha.
I don't remember where I saw the preview at. It might have
So
been further down, but
maybe something along the lines of like an eldritch knight or something.
yeah.
Another cool looking dual wielding dwarf dude here.
hmm
We got some cool mounted cav.
Then, yep, the Cav's pretty cool. And then even the Warriors, there's one in the back left. Looks like there's a dual wielder kind of in the top, like the rightish area.
Yep.
Just kind
Here.
of like demony death minions, like warriors, like some of the bad guys you might fight,
Oh, here's
like
another
the.
one right here
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. I mean, a lot of spikes, a lot of bits. It looks like a
Yeah.
lot of we're evil people.
Yeah. Menacing and terrifying. Sharks have been menacing and terrifying for millions of years. Um, I watched
And
that
then you're
movie the
also
other day.
yeah,
By the way.
uh,
Oh man, you forget
I've
how funny that movie is.
I haven't seen it forever. And then you also get that big like centerpiece type of thing there with the
A couple of really good ones.
yeah. I mean, sometimes I think we did the art. I did the Archvillain one last month, and it's like I don't want to print the centerpiece one because it's just like but like I would totally print these ones.
I
I mean,
think
you got like a
I think if you had I think you would almost need a filament printer for these.
Mhm.
A, bigger pieces require a little less fine detail that the filament printers can provide. And, you know, with the frozen mini whatever, you can. So on this dragon here, to anyone watching the video, I had to print this wing in half and then put it together. So it looks really ugly right now, but I still think I can like sand down the half a bottle of super glue that it took to make that work. That was not a very enjoyable experience. Slicing the file, printing it in two pieces, figuring out how to cut it to make it slightly passable. So yeah, these bigger things, you know what we need. We need like a ton of YouTube subscribers, and then like maybe do some Twitch videos and get some donos, or someone send us a 3D printer, and I'll print all the big shit people want. It'd be great. But until that happens, yeah, I just don't see a way to print some of these things. Granted, I love that they're making them because that's awesome. Like,
I feel like this one too, the way he's shaped, it would be a little easier because I would assume that rider comes off
mm-hmm.
and is like a separate piece, and then potentially have that guy be three pieces because now he's like kind of curled up.
Maybe,
I mean,
maybe,
if I was
unless unless they give you the files with like the arms are separate, the legs are separate, the body, the tail, the base, the head. I mean, he's
Mhm.
probably 7 plus prints, not counting the
Yeah,
base.
right.
Same thing with this dude back here. This dude is like Hellboy, but before he got his horns cut off and much less intelligent, with some
Hmm.
like awesome angel wings looking thing. I don't know. Pretty good looking month here. And then their welcome pack, while we're right here, this guy fits very well with what their current month is. And you get some good looking player characters. Right here's a nice like a nice dwarven cleric looking dude. Uh Lots of bases. Lots of different shapes also, which is cool. Good looking welcome pack. I mean, you have a solid
Yeah,
what,
you got
eight
quite a few
eight player
classes.
characters there?
Yeah, plus races and classes. I mean, you got a
Yeah.
monk, you got a barbarian, a couple barbarians.
Is this dwarf standing on top of this dwarf?
That was just going through my head. I don't know. I thought they were two different ones, but the more I look at it, I think he is. I think he's jumping off a shield in his right hand.
Kind of awesome. You can probably print them separately, but that's pretty awesome. I like it.
That monk is also standing on a hand.
Oh yeah, it's like a giant stone hand.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're gonna let Titan Forge float here. Pretty low model count in all reality. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 smalls, 2 bigs,
Hmm.
um, 7 smalls in a medium in the welcome pack, lots of bases. Oh, what is this? Join today in our set of 9 RPG adventurers. Okay. Is this like bonus welcome pack material?
It might be. If
These
so, I
two
mean
dudes are
that's
both in the current. No, these three are both in the current month,
okay. Yeah,
but these are not.
they must. It just must be the heroes from previous sets. I would have to assume.
Oh, so yeah, so maybe you get last month's heroes or something. I don't know. Maybe we need to pay a little more attention to that going forth, but
Hmm.
that's kind of cool.
Yep.
And pretty awesome loyalty rewards, but I will probably never get loyalty rewards from anyone. December releases already, huh? I know. I looked at this today because I saw the dinosaurs. The December release looks pretty cool. Giant bear thing.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Dinosaur bear thing. Kind of cool.
Like a saber-toothed bear.
Okay. 3D digital art. Um, $10. I think we don't have much for. So this was posted a few days ago. November release progress. I love the evil unicorn. It's a nice touch. It's a way
Mhm.
to make a unicorn not lame. Um, that thing's very sweet looking. I would totally ride the Deathcorn unicorn. What would you call it? It needs a cool name. Deathicorn. But it kind of looks like that's all they really have out for November thus far.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
These are. Here's our finished Phoenix Immortal board. Bird. Wow. Um, Still figuring out how to cut them. These might be part of November. Is this the same? I think this is the same thing. It's just showing you the two different sides. Pretty
Yeah.
cool looking Phoenix thing. Hmm. Um. Yeah. I mean.
Just not too sure what's going on in November right now.
Yeah. Uh. I mean, the October releases were cool. A bit too modern for, with like some guns and stuff. Than what I would want for any of my D&D stuff. But
Yeah, and it's hard to even throw those into like some sort of fantasy game or any other type of game
yeah,
like
you would
that where you
almost
might
need something where you're like, all right, we're gonna play a much more modern style,
Mhm.
but really good looking stuff though. Daybreak. Daybreak is 10. Um, November releases the Skyborn of. You want to take a shot at that?
Aquila.
Terrific. Let's see what we have here.
They have a nice little video. Last month they had the I don't remember what they were called. I mean that was what we saw, but
Hmm. Lots of bird people.
they
Stone
okay.
toad looking guys.
A Wolverine dude.
Yeah, Wolverine toad.
I mean that one's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
I mean I don't think any of these have been bad looking.
Be real cool if you had like a like a mountainous, what do you want to call it? Like a mountainous culture of bird people.
Hmm. Well, you could. I mean, if one of your player characters wanted to run like what the heck are they called?
And
Aratoa.
yes,
They could
they
they
could,
could be that,
they could
but
totally
there's
find
just
something in here.
like
But yeah, outside of fleshing out a player character and or an NPC or something, and having just a village of bird folk. Uh, I mean, you have these guys, these trogodites, troga something. I don't remember what these are. They're like giant toad people. Are pretty cool looking.
I mean all the models in this one are very cool looking,
Yes, gorgeous
but
looking.
they're it's good already. Oh, they must cross promote. Um,
Oh yeah, October was the Tribe of the Fallen Flame.
yeah.
These guys were pretty cool too. I liked these guys a lot. Um, I'm looking for a welcome pack here. Not jumping right out to me. I don't like that.
You get a welcome packet. Right there's a description.
Yeah. I don't know what
Don't have any pictures.
anything is. Good looking stuff, but yeah, not something that I see us using in any upcoming campaign or any such of that. Next, we have Cursed Forge Miniatures again. I was thinking these are who we picked last month, but they're not. It was Crippled God Foundry.
Mhm.
Um, no, no idea what they're doing this month. Some stuff about a Kickstarter, somebody else's Patreon. Heroes in Beast 3D STL Printable Miniatures. Go ahead and drop those guys a follow. While we're here, I don't know why it takes you to that page whenever you follow. What is this here? Some November reward thing. Maybe that's their November. I don't know. Back to Cursed Forge.
Yeah, not too sure what they're
Yeah, I
doing.
have no idea what they're doing in November. Two times. They've only posted twice in the last month. Hmm. Yeah, not sure. Rocket Pig. They have some cool looking stuff here. They are. Are they a 9 or are they a 15? What does 15 get you? Two deluxe large miniatures, it looks like, going from 9 to 15. So let's see what those $3 minis are here. Not a great picture. Is it better if I just click on it? No. Okay. Some demonic looking
Yeah.
stuff. Looks like you get some 5e sheets for some of this.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of little minions and people with like
More.
giant crystals. Damned souls is what that one is. These are imps. Pretty sure it says imps there. Yeah, more demonic. You get like a
You get the boat. Yeah, the
the
boat's pretty
boat's
cool, and
kind of cool.
you get some tiles. It looks like if you're into printing out.
Yeah, the actual like the map
Mm-hmm.
sort of stuff.
Yep.
Um, and here's your welcome pack. Once again, greatly appreciate being able to look at the welcome pack within the context of everything else. It's a cool welcome pack for like, just some little monsters and stuff. Um, I've seen these dudes pop up a few times in the D&D campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just some stuff. But what is this called?
Hell.
Hell, abandoned hope, all ye who enter. Yeah, just not something I think.
I mean, they do have variety, like in the imps. If you really wanted to go with a.
If you plan on throwing like a ton of imps at your players.
Yeah, I mean, I could see if you're like, okay, our D&D session is we're going to hell, and you're just throwing imps at them left and right, and then the big dude is the boss.
Yeah, you get a really good variety, especially if you're traveling. Let's say you're going to travel through all the different layers of hell. You could, make these imps look like, oh, like these are what level 1 imps, and these are, I mean, it
Mhm.
gives you some options there
Yeah.
so that you don't have to throw the same imps at your players every level of hell. They're like, man, they subcontract these guys or what? But yeah, just not something I see coming up. I I really wish not now that we've been looking at many on Patreon, I really wish everyone would throw in every month 3 or 4 player characters. Just like like if you're going with a bunch of bad guys, sprinkle in a couple of good guys.
Yeah.
If you're doing something that's not bad guys, these guys are kind of bad guys. Here, I mean, no one says snake people have to be inherently bad. Sprinkle in a couple of NPCs that could also maybe be snake people. Something to think about out there, people. Granted, they could just tell me, well, why don't you learn to make your own miniatures? You don't have to worry about it. Well, no, that's what
That's
money's for.
that's not what we do.
That's not what I do. I criticize the things other people do. All right, STL Miniatures. Short, simple, sweet. Monthly release November 2021 Orc Warband. Abby Bonk's Candlemaker. Um,
Super zoomed in right there.
yeah.
But we're looking at some pretty cool looking
Oh, for
orcs.
some reason I'm at like 200%. Uh, yeah.
I mean, they're all
This
looking
dude's on like a
pretty.
mounted giant mole, which is
Yeah.
sort of awesome. This is like a big gluttonous. I mean, you could you could use these as player characters. You could use them. The problem is with only supporting a month and only getting 4.
You get that.
Oh,
Those are
okay.
also November.
Okay, this is also November. I was thinking this was part of the welcome pack. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, some
Well,
these
I mean, they're
remind me of remember when King Leonidas climbs up to talk to the
mm,
did they
the
call him
prophet,
the
the
seer, the
oracle,
prophet, the oracle?
the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
oracle of Delphi. Yeah.
These guys got an oracle sort of, like, "Oh, we're holy," when really they're like just corrupt assholes instead.
Hmm.
Um these guys kind of got that going on. I sort of dig it. This is cool. And then you have like the innocent little choir boy who
He's
I don't think we
yeah.
need to say it. I don't think we need to say it. I think everyone knows. She's
Yep.
scratching her head because she can't figure out why they pay so much attention to the innocent little choir boy. Okay, anyways, um, kind of cool.
Kind of cool. Definitely a good
Really good
setup for
looking.
like
Really good looking stuff.
yeah. Mhm. And
Um,
then the candle maker. Okay.
okay,
Good. An NPC like and actually a pretty cool NPC if you set it up where you have like they can visit them. I mean,
yeah,
if you're
you're right. You make this like a real pivotal NPC who, you know, feels the characters out for a little bit, gives them some random stuff to go do, and be like, listen, these monks over here, like they're not who you think they are, and here we go, and lots of some cool scattered terrain and
or yeah, I mean, cool scatter terrain, or even too, if you're like, oh, I want to make this guy like a cool NPC, you can set him up as like a front for whatever,
mm-hmm,
so your characters always kind of go through his shit.
yeah, yeah. Once again, really good looking. Oh,
And
this
then
is
the
their
welcome.
welcome pack. They have a cool welcome pack. I've looked at their welcome pack a few times. I like it a lot.
Hmm.
Some pretty useful stuff.
You get a lot of different sets,
Uh,
which is pretty
this
cool.
is this I think is new.
I think they had the carnival set last time.
Did they? Okay.
I think so.
I don't remember seeing the strong man. Some good looking
Mm.
NPCs here. Some more terrainy stuff. Um,
I like how they have I like what their sets like. Yeah, they're giving you like the character miniatures, but they're also giving you the scatter terrain to go with it to be like, here's the theme of this,
yeah.
not just
I
a
don't.
few.
The orcs feel a little out of place now
Yeah,
after looking at the rest of this.
month the
No,
candle
yeah, the
maker
rest of this
and
month. All really good looking. I wish I had a, if you had a place for these guys, this would be pretty cool.
I could see the orcs as like, okay, they're the villains, and now we're giving you the NPCs to help flesh out the world.
Yeah. I mean, there's always, religion is
Like
always
ever,
a big part of D&D. Every party has a cleric or someone who, some form of deities like yeah. It's it's a interesting month.
yeah.
I'm not going to X them just quite yet. All right, here we go. DM stash. 10 high quality STLs for 1050. Um, a bard, some type of fighter, not I always want to call him a Khajiit from Skyrim,
Hmm.
whatever cat people are. Sword and
A
pike, sword and like
fighter,
super hammer, lance,
mountain knight.
fighter,
Uh,
fighter. Some good looking or some good looking player characters.
And then
This
the
giant lizard thing.
hmm
Um,
I mean, they look pretty cool. This looks like the
it's like a tabaxi. There you go. Like a
yeah,
monk tabaxi. Oh, he's got like a
looks like
Gatling
yeah, he's like a witch hunter
hand
type of thing.
bow. Okay. Stats for them all and good looking stuff.
It's actually not a big selection. It's only what 10 miniatures, but I mean, if you're needing player characters, right there.
Mhm. Yeah, especially if like maybe we knew the upcoming campaign. You send this picture out to your group, and you're like, hey, how many people can find a player character out of this? If you got
Mhm.
5 people and 3 of them are like, yeah, I see one in there. Okay, cool. Just grab that
I
month.
mean, I mean, one of them in there was definitely just a paladin. If anybody's running a paladin, that's what your character's gonna look like.
Yeah,
the
I mean, this dude
It
could be a
wasn't.
paladin.
Hmm. But
That dude is probably a fighter of some sort.
hmm
Uh, I'm assuming you're thinking this
that
guy.
guy,
Yeah,
that guy's the paladin.
yeah. What is? Oh well. Yeah, interesting looking month. Not. I like a theme. I don't really
Hmm.
know if we. I mean, I wouldn't call this any particular theme here. A fallen empire. Um,
This is the player character theme.
yeah, player character theme. You get a map of some place and some stuff. Looks like you have some encounters to go with these things, so that's kind of cool. Flesh of Gods miniatures. $10 a month. $2 is just like a hey, thanks for giving us $2. You get 4 really cool looking busts. Not super useful to what we would be doing. Some type of like fire golem sort of thing. But really, you could paint this guy to look like whatever you want.
Hmm.
Hey, look, it's Hellboy again. Um,
I was
obviously,
thinking,
I don't think you could use it much as a PC, but
mm-mm.
okay, tree golem to go with our fire golem looking dude. Okay, some type of
Reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah, the
The pirate ship guys.
yeah, the ghost ship guys.
Hmm.
Some type of like artificer goblin looking dude.
Hmm.
Pyromancers. What do you got for
Not
that one?
sure. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
uh, like a plague doctor.
Uh huh.
Uh, Chimera, Chimara.
Chimera.
Chimera. Yeah, something along those lines.
It's something.
It's a little different than that, but yeah,
Uh
kind of
huh.
cool. I'll take it. There's a good looking player character.
Hmm.
Another pyromancer. Dude, he's got like the ghostly skull thing. It'd match those knights that you have.
Hmm.
Kind of cool.
Scatters.
Scatter train, some treasure, more scatter train, and then
The
we're gonna get
bust.
into the bust.
They have a bust for.
Here's
Where did
some
those guys from?
welcome pack.
Oh.
Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Freddy Krueger looking ass dude. Kind of cool. There's some good looking stuff in this.
There is some really good looking stuff in this.
That's from the throwback. This is throwback.
There's
Hmm.
a druid if you really want to go like dark druid.
Yeah, if you wanted some type of.
If you're like, I'm wearing a skull type of druid.
Yeah. There's the Druid's bodyguard.
Hmm.
If you had some, maybe like some type of House of a Thousand Corpses husband and wife combo as player characters. One of them's running this dude as like a fighter, other one's running the druid. I mean, that actually is pretty cool.
Hmm. I would say there's a lot of actually cool miniatures in that one.
Um, hmm, nothing. Like I don't want to remove that one from the list, but I also don't
Yeah, it's like
see me picking it.
it doesn't like I'm not gonna say the theme. I mean, I'm not too sure what we're really like looking for. If there's like, oh, we're looking for this specifically, but it's got a lot of cool stuff in it. It's just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, odd. We'll leave it up for a minute. One page rules. Uh, $10. Yeah, $10. Uh, there we go. Is this the same as it was like last month?
Maybe I think they do. I mean, they do they just do a
Oh,
lot
that's
of
the welcome pack. That's why.
Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't look like you're too far off though. It looks more like
No, it looks like just some more of the same.
it seems like they just do the same two themes maybe, but just like expanded upon it. Like, oh hey, last month you guys got some dudes, now here's some other dudes. I mean, they're all cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
think if there's ever like a mummified Egyptian one, we're gonna want to hit these guys up.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed.
I feel like that's one theme that we always see in these STL files is like skeletal Egyptians or something of that nature. Like everybody's like, oh, Egypt, some sort of Egypt thing.
Yes. Yeah, if I was doing like massive amounts of like undead mummies and stuff, you would just sub to these guys every month and fill out your whole thing. But it does seem that they just have a pretty consistent theme of
Hmm.
these two things going on. At least they have for a while. Lost Kingdom.
More Egyptian.
More Egyptian.
They look like they at least have a little bit more variety in what they have going on.
Hmm.
Um, some pretty cool shit there. I like their. I mean, I've looked at them before. I like their stuff. Because like that was last month. You're looking at now. They're like
Yeah.
Durgar basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we talked about uh once again the end
Hmm.
of 300.
Yeah.
Yep, more mummy stuff, which it looks cool. Just not
They have a lot of other cool stuff. I visited their website before. They've done a lot of different ones. I mean, it's just that they're on a mummy one right now.
gotcha.
Like they've had like knightly stuff and like high elves, or not even high elves, but like some wood elf type people and like a bunch of stuff like that.
Gotcha. Beastarium Miniatures. We have 13, so definitely on the pricier side here. Man, come on, give me.
You zoomed way in, buddy.
Oh, I am zoomed way in, like 300%. Okay, so we have this, which is like a different kind of awesome. Like what do you think we are looking at here? I mean,
So
is
it's like a flying barge, obviously,
is it
but I'm
flying
not.
or is it like a submarine type of thing
No, no,
being
no.
pulled by a fish?
I think it's flying, and I think that thing floats.
Oh, it does say flying ship.
Oh, that see, yeah.
I was thinking like all these people can breathe underwater. This goes under the water instead of having wind power, it gets pulled by this giant fish.
Mm.
But
I I mean, like I don't know where you go with this, but I like it.
it's pretty cool looking stuff. Um, the Iron Crew here, definitely some usable player characters there. If you were, if everyone knew like, hey, we have this like hardcore pirate kind of
Kind of
theme coming up.
kind of bouncers too.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, I could just see like a campaign where you're in the boat and like the campaign revolves around you guys like in the ship going a bunch of places
yes.
and fucking shit up. But my thing is like I mean obviously that prints in a lot of pieces, but I
It
feel like that'd be a
probably
pain.
prints in a lot of pieces.
I feel like that would be a print right there.
It
Because if you
certainly
look at
looks
the
like
top
because
of that,
if you assume, I mean, look
look
at
at the top. Look at
yeah,
the top. That's supposed to be this guy down here on the left. Okay, zoom out, zoom out. So that guy is actually the middle dude on the that guy right there.
yes,
That isn't it? I mean, yeah, I think.
yeah, he's right here too. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So if we're talking, this is a 28 millimeter model. I mean,
You're looking at the.
enormous. I mean, you're talking feet. Like this thing is probably like a good 18 inches or so
Hmm.
from this crow's nest to the bottom part of the ship here.
Is it wrong to want it though? Like,
No, no, not at all.
oh,
Certainly not. It's like you put that thing like you tell the players, hey, like it's gonna be a weird campaign, everyone. It's gonna be weird pirate stuff. Like
I don't
strap
even say.
in, and they
I
show
don't
up,
even.
and you put that on the table. They're like, okay, hold on a minute here.
I wouldn't even say you'd have to be like weird pirate stuff. You could just be like, oh, this happens, and then boom, like these guys come, and then you fight them and take their ship, and then you're like, all right, you guys have this ship now. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna
Where are you gonna
tell
go?
I'm gonna tell my players like, listen, we're doing House of a Thousand Corpses of the Caribbean,
Yes.
and then I'm gonna put this on the table, and it's gonna get real right now. Like
Hmm.
it's pretty cool looking stuff. I don't. Once again, their welcome pack. We've talked about their welcome pack before. It's a good welcome pack. They got these cultists and then
Hmm.
just some death dudes. Cool looking stuff.
Hmm.
I'm a member of their Discord. I've seen this stuff like painted up, especially this jailer because his belly is filled with people here.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I've seen him painted up. He's pretty cool.
Well, you printed out the dude lower, middle, and top right.
I've printed out this guy. Yep.
Hmm.
I've printed out a couple of the cultists. I think that's all I printed from their welcome pack. But yeah, I've done these guys before. I was very happy with what I got. but I don't
No,
see
this is what you did last month, right?
2 months ago. This was so I funded these guys before we started the videos.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Actually, last month.
It might have been them because last month
No,
it was like
last
the
month
game.
was Crippled God Foundry, which
Are we even to them yet?
I don't even have them on my list here. What the heck?
Okay, we're going them.
Why are they not on my list anymore? Follow.
Went to the page.
Oh yeah,
Follow.
once you click follow it, yeah. Why are they not on my list anymore? Okay, anyways, we'll put those next.
Da-da-da.
Um, yeah, so pretty cool stuff. I don't, especially without having the ability to print something this big. Like this is obviously the major selling point
Mm-hmm.
for this month. Even if you didn't do this crazy part on top, you just did the shield or the ships and stuff. Still pretty awesome. But
Yeah.
without having the ability to utilize that, it's kind of hard to justify this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Crippled God Foundry. Here we go. Um, yeah, remember because this was the welcome pack.
Yep.
This is the
Yeah,
dragon.
you're printing that dragon right now,
Um,
or you printed it.
yes. I printed the owlbear too. It wouldn't watch on camera. Printed the owlbear. He's pretty cool. Once again, I'm gonna try to get these two painted up and then do like a little review of their welcome pack. Their month. Their month was pretty awesome. Um,
Oh, I remember looking at this. Yeah.
yeah, necromantation of Archeron, something along those lines. It's
They
cheating. It's
have.
cheating to print in two different colors of resin, but it also makes me want to get two different colors of resin. This is cool. Whatever this is, like this, you know, a new version of a gelatinous cube sort of
Mm-hmm.
dude.
Those two guys right there, they just remind me of
The dude from Lord of the Rings.
yeah, Nazgul, the Nazgul.
Yeah. Some pretty cool looking stuff. Lots of ghostly stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
out of like all of the death ghost looking stuff that we've seen, this might be some of my favorite. Oh, the ship.
Oh yeah, you
I
the
forgot about
boat.
the
Yeah, you showed the
ship.
boat. Yeah.
I did send you that. Yeah, I remember seeing this when they dropped the preview of it. Kind of awesome. This like river Styx long ship looking thing.
It's fairly sizable because they didn't have a separate preview, and it's pretty big.
I believe so. A nice dock. Um, just for some terrain. Here's some more ruin looking terrain. Player character here. Player character. Couple player characters, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously giant. Some form of a dragon, like an undead sort of dragon thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I feel bad that it's like a knock on these people. It's like, well, I already have your welcome pack and stuff, so I'm less inclined to
I was
fund
just thinking
you.
that too. I'm like, well, we already have the welcome pack, so it's like, man, I feel like the month has to just like knock our socks off.
Right, the month has to be kind of crazy.
I mean, this is a good month though.
Is a pretty cool month.
I think
I
it's a pretty
I
badass
wish I
looking
had
month.
more of a like, oh, like this is where this will fit in this next campaign, and I just don't.
I feel
Could,
like
but I
some of
don't.
those could fit into with my vampires, like the kind of like the basic looking ghostly troop dudes.
Mhm.
But like as a whole, I'm like, yeah, I don't know how they'd fit in.
Man, I lost audio on my right headphone. Driving me nuts. Okay, Drunken Dwarf. $5, 4 to 5 minis, and a welcome pack of 5 minis. Um, they have good looking stuff. It's like foresty, dark forest is what they got
Hmm.
here. Some cool, pretty cool bases. Some like dark forest looking like giant shaman looking dudes.
Mhm.
Some giant tree looking dudes. If you had a specific place, druid and wood mask, tree ant with rock. So there you go.
Yeah.
Um, if you had a specific place in a campaign where like, oh, these fit A, B, C, and D perfect, it's probably worth your $5.
I I honestly I think those fit if we run through that campaign that you're gonna get. What
The
is it?
True
True.
Vange,
Yeah, I feel like those guys would fit just from my understanding of the setting,
you
where it's
know,
more like.
if that thing ever ships, I would love to let you know if they'd fit.
I mean, because I remember you were telling us about it, and it seemed more of like a Norris, like
It's deep dark woods kind of.
deep dark woods. Yeah, basically.
Is this? This is their October preview. I'm looking for a welcome pack. I feel like when I scrolled through some of this stuff before, I thought I had
Oh,
seen
this
a
is
welcome
part
pack
one. So
somewhere.
Deep Dark Forest part one.
Ah, yes.
So there could be more. Go down if you go
So
down,
it
you can see.
sounds like next month we'll probably get Dark Forest Part 2,
Well, look down. This is October.
Greywood Village 2. When did we
Is
get
there?
Greywood Village 1? September is Ghost and Ghostbusters, so you
Hmm.
would think that we'd got Greywood Village 1.
Maybe not.
Hmm. Unless it was like a long time ago, maybe. You know, they
Yeah.
did one and then they went to other stuff for a while.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking at that four since it's only four in bases. There could be more. Like they showed
Coming
that on
this
the fourth.
month, like an
Yeah,
Asgard sort of
yeah,
setup.
yeah. Maybe.
It's a possibility.
I don't know.
It's good looking stuff.
It is.
This is a much better image of it here. Of course, I can't blow those up. Okay, Epic Minis. This is one that. So we actually had a comment last month on our video. I don't know if you saw it or not, where someone was like, "Hey, I've done Epic. They do give you a ton of minis." Because we were looking at, it and we're like, "Do we really get all of these?" But yeah, it supposedly like so. This
Basically
is
getting it.
this is one of the sets, and then you get set 35 and set 36. Green Siege and Sand. So that is 89 models plus whatever this month is. I mean, just
A holy fuck ton.
a ton of stuff. Gnolls, orcs, Death
Some
Knight looking
demon knight,
dudes,
some terrain, some. Uh,
wargs.
I was thinking dire wolves, but yeah,
Yeah,
wargs,
warg, direwolfy, some ogres,
some goblins. That
goblins,
terrain piece, like I
Egyptian
mean, like obviously
7-Eleven.
that's still a huge piece. I mean, it's cool though. Like
Yeah.
it's like that ship if you print it out and you put it up there, like
If you
boom.
have like a pharaoh PC,
Mm-hmm.
like all right, do you have a sorcerer? Do you have a evocation wizard? Do you have this fighter? There's some like gnoll looking things, like a sand shark, a spider thing, a dragonborn. What was the League of Legends character? Nubix,
Oh man,
Nubis,
I don't remember. I haven't played.
Nebulous. I don't
I
remember.
don't.
It's been so long. Some hippo people. Some I don't
I
know.
don't
Some
even
type of
know.
like spiked lizard thing.
A beholder ish type of
Some
thing.
yeah, some beholder type of thing. Some more bird people. Some jackal looking people.
Uh,
Some mummy
the other
people.
7-Eleven.
The
I
other
mean,
yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of cool stuff in this.
Um,
Like, I don't.
I don't know. Let's see what
Hmm.
uh can't we just which one is this? Epic.
Epic.
Well, whatever. I don't know. A bunch of models. Like
You're getting a bunch of shit if you're going with them.
it looks like more mummies and stuff, and then Fey winds, some
Some
centaurs, some
forest
foresty
people.
stuff, some orcs, elves and goblins, and
Baba Yaga. That was one of them.
oh, does it have a Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, Baba Yaga travel, Baba Yaga magic, Baba Yaga's walking hut, Baba Yaga. Just out of
So
sheer volume, especially in a month where nothing is like jumped out at me, it's almost
this,
hard to not take the buckshot approach. Be like, you know what? Get a ton of stuff. I'll use
yeah.
some of it eventually.
How much is it again, too?
It's 12,
12. I mean, yeah.
right? It's not. Yeah.
I feel like this could be the month for them where you're just like, cool, and you get, 3 sets of stuff, 4 sets of stuff, really.
What
Well,
are?
even at the bottom there, because if you go, the one is a really small, like, oh, look, oh, that's the welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it's welcome number 7, Elves and Goblins.
So
So
maybe
you're
they
just
have
getting,
different welcome packs too.
I mean, that's the way I'm looking at that. I don't remember. Can you see last month's? Hold on. Did they have like last month's?
Yeah. Let me
Maybe you can.
scroll for an hour and a half to get to the
Oh, right.
bottom of this
They
list of
post a picture
stuff.
of every,
They
they
do.
post a picture of everything. Yeah. Update 9. Oh, right there. Filter. Yeah.
What am I looking
October.
for? Yeah. So maybe we need to go to the September to see the October preview.
Well, scroll down. See if there's a description of those little packets right there that you're looking at.
So this is just Sky Dominion. Okay, so I think this is like
Okay,
okay,
that
so
might
that's the
actually.
same starter then set number 7 Elves and Goblins. So
Yeah.
last month at least they had the same starter, but yeah, I mean once again like ugh,
I
damn it. How did we miss that?
don't know.
Yeah, for sure something to be considered this month with having nothing really jump out thus far.
I mean, there's a lot of good things, but nothing where like, yeah, that's what we want.
Mhm. Um Puppets War minis looking at $8 a month.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, these look to be kind of sci-fi, guns and weapons and
Hmm.
which it's cool looking stuff, but nothing I see nothing I see me using.
Yeah, they're just more sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, very like Alien Predator type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's good looking stuff though. Cast and Play. Cast and Play we've talked about before does a pretty good job at. That's cool. Um, so $9 just gets you this month. 13 gets you this month. They do a
Throwback.
throwback, so you get like a whole month of other stuff. You get a 5e module. to go with it. This is this month.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that I can't zoom in on these things. There we go. There. Prisoners, demonic, giant, tree with spikes, dude. Keykeeper, some more giant dudes. Some cool looking NPCs, guards, or player
Mm-hmm.
character stuff for really any of these 5 here.
I mean, it really looks like it's gonna give you the pieces to make a dungeon.
Yeah, like
Like,
a actual
because
dungeon.
those on the above that right there, those are tile pieces on the right.
Yes. Yep.
Those are all
So they
tile
give you
pieces.
walls and dungeon floor pieces and
Mm-hmm.
props and this stuff. I mean, this stuff's cool.
It is.
You could find lots of places to sprinkle this stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool looking stuff there. Here's your throwback. Yes. You got a druid, nightmare horse, gelatinous cube, some more ghost skeleton, undead, some coffins, saber tooth, some big demon looking dudes, some cat folk, some tieflings,
And a giant dragon.
some rat folk, giant dragons, weapon rack, some kiku, kenkus. So
Mm-hmm.
if you had anyone running a player character with one of those, a
Yeah,
pretty good
those
looking
are
collection.
actually, yeah, I would
They give you a module to run for everything. Pretty good looking stuff. Especially if you're running like an urban environment where you're like, yeah, I'll find places that, these dudes could be like some gross sewer dwelling looking dudes and
well, I mean, even so, like just it's like a basis for a dungeon
mhm.
or like the start of one.
Yeah. Uh Clay cyanide miniatures. So they have one right now for the $9 a month. 30 unique. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, maybe 24. Not seeing my 30. I don't think they're counting their welcome pack. So what is this here? It's kind of hard
Very
to tell.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't. It's hard
It's
to get a
actually
good
just
look
hard to
at.
yeah, it's just hard to see. Getting some throwbacks.
Here's some. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking throwbacks in here.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Welcome pack. Couple player characters, some other stuff.
Nothing too bad.
Yeah, it's hard to get a good look at. But yeah, this is besides it being hard to get a good look at, nothing seems to be jumping out at me here. And then
Um,
finally, oh, go ahead.
we didn't do Archvillain Games either.
Oh yeah. How did we not do Archvillain? Good call.
They just have a ton of
Take
great
me to
stuff. I
another
mean,
page. Okay.
oh, we were on.
Cast and play. Yep. Okay. So Archvillain. I have seen these.
I don't think I looked at it
Oh,
yet.
maybe I haven't looked at these. Some pretty awesome looking gnolls. Big gnolls, little gnolls, some boss looking gnolls.
This is like the month of Knowles and 3 player
Three
characters.
player characters. This dude has like his cannon thing.
Yeah, it might not be
Depends if
usable.
your campaign has black powder or not, essentially. Some giant looking gnoll things. More gnolls, lots of gnolls. Oh, I have looked at these because I remember seeing this dude has like a mouth on his arm or something. Like in his arm.
Okay.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. Like almost like vampiric looking gnolls, which are a thing.
Hmm.
Some pretty hardcore looking gnolls. If
Yeah. So a
if you're planning
ton
on
of.
running gnolls as a big part of your villains,
Hmm.
pretty dope looking.
I w- I would say I do like how that they like this is what we were talking about. Like you're getting all these Knowles, but then there's also a couple player characters at least thrown in where you're like, I like that guy.
Hmm.
I'll run it.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go check on Ronnie real quick because like the baby's crying and stuff, and then we'll knock out Loot, and then we'll figure out this last one.
Okay.
BRB.
Are you pausing it?
Okay, she has it under control.
Okay, good.
Strong, independent woman. All right, ready?
Yep.
Oh, what? I was
Yeah,
talking to
I'm
Dakota.
good.
Yeah, almost done. I have to finish a game. It's almost done. Yeah. Okay. All right, and our final one. We have Loot. Um, pretty. These guys I think are just gonna be a contender month in and month out. We have some cool looking player characters for sure,
Hmm.
or NPCs, or whatever. Some weird like
I
druidic familiar, sorcerer familiar.
I like the that Beast Slayer or Bear Slayer. Like
Mm-hmm.
that is a cool model.
Yeah.
I'd,
Um.
I'd make a character around that model.
Uh. Yeti. A Bearguin. So instead of an owlbear, it's like a penguin bear. That's kind of awesome.
Hmm.
Walrus folk, Frost Duergar, Sabretooth, Skeletal Mages, Werebear, Werebeast Boss. Hey, anyone who wants to run Rime of the Frost Maiden, probably go
Get
ahead and get
this.
this month. Which
We
we're essentially almost done with Rime of the Frost Maiden. A little late now. Ice Troll, Yeti, Ice Golem. Hey Dakota, close your ears for a minute. Uh, so if you run Rime of the Frost Maiden, here's your phase 1 Areal. Here's your phase 2 Areal. Okay? Uh, it'd be pretty awesome. I don't see anyone for phase 3 Areal. Alright, you can unmuffle your ears now, Dakota.
Okay, thanks.
Um, so yeah, if anyone wants to run Rime of the Frost Maiden, uh, cool looking dude.
I'm pretty sure that's like the universal. Everybody's gonna get a blacksmith miniature like pose, where it's just like left hand in the air with some shit,
Right,
and then the
right.
anvil right in front of them.
Some terrain, which is, you know, Jack Frost over here, Frozen Skeleton, Ice Throne, Spikes, Caves, Igloos, Village Entrance, Fishing Stuff, Frozen Tree, Sled, Dragon Skeleton. Yeah, just awesome frozen tundra stuff. And then once again, probably the best welcome pack in the biz. Um, hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, if we were just
Honestly,
getting ready to run Rime of the Frost Maiden,
if we,
100%
if
this would be the pick this month.
if we would have started this about a year ago, because didn't we start Rhyme about a year ago?
Yeah, we started Rime about a year ago.
So if we had been doing
About
this, or
6 sessions ago. Yeah.
yeah, if we would have actually been, printing and doing this, it's just like this would be a no-brainer of like, all right, we're gonna get this now.
No brainer. Yep.
Because I mean, just not to talk too much about the campaign, but like you see most of this.
Yeah, there's
Um,
potential to use basically everything in here. Um, I mean,
that
literally,
one maybe
like
not, but yeah,
maybe
yeah.
not the walrus folk, and maybe not whatever this thing is, but you could always put them in there. You could make something up. You could have made a village of walrus-ish people somewhere, and whatever. Like you could have found a home for them.
Hmm.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then even the terrain, like that
Yeah.
terrain
The
is.
train. Yeah. Just lots of cool stuff.
Hmm.
Obviously, not gonna choose that one this month, but and
And then
once again, we have the best welcome pack in the business, I think.
yeah, I think so.
Which I'm just waiting for that right month.
Hmm.
It's not a matter of if, a matter of when. Pretty awesome. Okay, so Artisan, Snake People, Titan Forge, Death Knight stuff. STL minis had the Oryx monks, blah blah blah. Flesh of Gods had
The hodgepodge.
yeah, hodgepodge of some cool looking stuff.
Hmm.
Epic, like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Cast
Hmm.
and play. Cast if I was into printing my dungeon tiles and those sorts of things, this would
Hmm. Yeah.
for sure be considered. Even though I already axed loot, I think loot's welcome pack comes with dungeon tiles. I don't remember now, but
I don't think it did. I thought
maybe it
they just
didn't.
have the tavern. I mean, it
Uh,
might.
pretty really good looking stuff. If I was into that, I with having a resin printer, I'm not going to do those. Perhaps if I had a filament printer and I could you know print up a bunch of pieces of terrain at once.
Hmm.
Good throwback. The cast and play is another one that I feel like it's not if but when. Uh, and
I
then
think they get adding a throwback
Archvillain
in.
is yeah, getting a whole extra. You're not getting like one specific month, one particular month, but you're getting a whole month worth of stuff.
Yeah, because if you're like, oh, I really like this month's, and then they're like, oh, well, here's a free month of stuff. You're like, all right, I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
It's almost like
right,
every one of these where we talk about like, well, if you had that theme, and then you could just be like, well, I kind of got that theme for free, that like
right.
on what I
Especially
wanted.
if the month was your theme and you're like, hey, like, or we see it all the time where 2 months have a very similar theme.
Hmm.
2 or 3 different patrons have a very, we have right now the pharaohs and the Egyptian kind of theme. So if this was your theme, the dungeon and stuff, and there was like 3 of them doing it, and you're like, hey, this one might not be the best dungeon, but I'm getting this throwback month with it. Like, I'll find other pieces to plug in. I like that would probably tip this for me if it was a contender of like, oh, like I want this particular theme. There's 3 of them this month. Which one do I want?
Yep.
Archvillain stuff is pretty awesome. What is their welcome pack?
Well, we
Oh,
have their
the
welcome pack
oh yeah, we do have their welcome pack because we,
because
we did do Archvillain last month, kind of as a bonus. So
yeah,
last month
it was the
we
vampires.
picked the Crippled God Foundry, and then Dakota was like, you know what, I'm gonna do Archvillain with you anyways, and
Oh, let me pull it up. I
so
can
we
actually.
did do this. Did you? Oh yeah, you printed
Yeah. So Carl, he got some print. You printed like one guy that was like the right size. The rest kind of turned out super mini,
I
but
made him too small.
made him too small, but we got little Blood Rider. Here's the horse.
Yes.
Looking pretty dope. I know the lighting's not the greatest to see it. And his rider.
His rider dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are from the Archvillain last month.
Yeah, so we technically already have that
Yes, the Sinister Vault. Man, they do good
which I
looking
think
stuff.
yeah, the thing is with them is they do great stuff every month, it seems like. And then it's not like, oh well, we already have that starter pack. It's more like, man, that month's just badass.
Mhm. All right. I am gonna X Titanforge,
Mm-hmm.
STL, Flesh of Gods, and Cast and Play.
Sure.
Okay. Titanforge, STL, Flesh of Gods, Cast and Play. So we're looking at Artisan Guild, Snake People,
Mm-hmm.
Epic Miniatures, bunch of stuff, Archvillain Games, the Knolls.
Mm-hmm. You know,
Like
if it was me this month, I think I would go for the epic.
I was thinking that too because I kind of don't know what I want this month.
Mm-hmm. And
So
you're getting such a mix. I think we're looking at the last month still. I think we're still looking at
probably.
September. But if you go, I mean, they had like in the new one, it was like two different themes of pharaohs
So we
and
got Green Siege, which is
the left, like that left hand side.
nope, nope, nope.
I mean, you're getting a, siege towers. Holy Jesus! And wall. I mean,
You're getting
a
so
ton
much
of cool
stuff.
stuff.
So much
There's just
stuff.
there's a pretty bun there's pretty a lot of cool stuff, and then you're getting like pharaohs, like, and it's not even just a little bit. It's like everything you'd want for pharaoh wise almost.
Yeah, so we're getting some gnolls, getting some ogres, getting some goblins, orcs, wargs, orcs, pharaohs, mummies, jackals, hippos, um, a bunch of other stuff. I don't know what it is. Anubis. Hey, yeah, yeah, we were
Mhm.
right. Anubis stuff.
Then the
Feywinds. We're gonna
throwback,
get
we didn't even look at the like we didn't see what this
Amazon.
is.
Okay, so this stuff looks actually pretty interesting as far as Trudvanj is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Some Fey, Amazon warriors, Deer King, some centaur looking folks. Oh, phase panthers and spiders and forest gnomes and the Baba Yaga stuff and the what? Man,
Basically an elf PC starter box in that welcome kit. I mean, you got an elf paladin, druid, rogue, ranger.
I mean, if people ever wanted to PC a goblin, we got a few options for you here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think as much as Art Archvillain was really pulling my eye there towards the end,
It's very cool. Like I see their stuff and I'm drawn to it just because
it's so
it's
gorgeous.
and you've even printed some up too, so you're like, okay, I know how these things print. Like they
Yes.
print just as good as they look.
Yep, like they're legit. But
Um, and even the
snake
Artisan
people are
Guild.
dope. Snake people are dope, but they're just not
Yeah, I just don't see like oh yeah, like snake dudes. I'm more like, yeah, we're like this seems like a month to be like get
when
a bunch
it's
of kit.
when it's not something I'm not even sure how I would use it. It's hard to pick what 20 models over how many hundred are we getting here? Like
I mean, at least
we're
100,
probably getting like
minimally
a
100.
we're probably getting yeah, a solid 100 models here. So, all right, I'm with you. I'm going to go epic for the month of November. Congratulations. Epic Miniatures here. Golf clap. Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Okay, well, if anyone has stuck around, we're an hour and a half into this video. Thanks for hanging out. Let us know what you think. Let us know if there's anyone that we missed or if, we should have picked someone else based off of what. I feel like this is the thing that's probably going to happen every once in a while when you're like, nothing really speaks to me this month. We're going epic just because they're kind of epic. But
It's the volume. It's
yeah,
even just the volume.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Mm.
All right, well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. And we'll see you next month. We might start moving these videos a little closer towards the end of each month, especially if some of these content creators don't put their stuff out until the end of the month. We might do that, especially if my work schedule becomes more predictable. That'd be great. All right, anything else to go to?
Nope, I'm good. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Awesome. Well, we will see everybody later. Bye.
Bye.